Hello everybody, it's Mike. Welcome back for another video. And the title of this video is Turbo Paid Lines, Millionaire Direct Mail Marketing Training on three-way calls. That's correct, three-way calls. And on this video today, I'm going to share with you a tool that you guys can utilize for me to make you guys a ton of money with Turbo Pay Lines, okay? So, before we get into the training today, this way I'm going to share with you guys how to make this thing fly for you. It has already been implemented and proven to work with a lady that had partnered with me in a mail order program I put together back in 2013. And last year, this lady implemented this tool, and she made in my program probably close to a six-figure income of $100,000. Amazing. And I'm going to share with you what she did, okay? And how you guys can utilize it to catapult yourself to making some amazing cash flow with Turbo Pay Lines. Are you guys ready? Grab a pen and paper, take some notes, grab your favorite beverage, because here we go, okay? So here we have a welcome letter that comes in the startup kit. My phone number is actually on this at the top here. And let me share with you this. And that's exactly right, boys and girls. Three-way calls can make you a ton of cash. Okay, three-way calling can make you a ton of cash. This comes in the welcome letter as well. Three-way calling can make you a ton of cash until you have your own success story to tell with Turbo Pay Lines. You can learn as you earn by getting your prospects on the phone with me to answer all their questions so you don't have to. Simply call me at the number at the top of this welcome letter. Right there it is. And schedule a time that's convenient where you and your prospect, for me to get your prospect's questions answered. Sit back in the background, take notes. Let me train you for free on the phone how to answer questions until you can yourself and train your team to do so as well. Three-way calls is what the video is about today. Okay? It's always easier to have people calling you guys than you guys cold calling people and chasing people down. Because if people are calling you, they're going to be interested. Once they get that flyer in the mail, or they email me, or let me tell you what I have a couple people on my team doing. And this is really pretty exciting. And here it is. Okay, here's what's going on. I had one guy who joined Turbo Pay Lines, and I'm covering up some personal information here, okay? And he got my permission to design a flyer for him and his team members. And I said, hey, yeah, go for it. You know, make up a flyer. And let me tell you what this guy and his team members are doing to make things happen. Is he made up his flyer for him and his team members. And what's happened here is he's made it up to where it has their sponsor's name on the bottom of the flyer here. Okay, Turbo Pay Lines, there you go. And down here it says your sponsor is, and I've crossed off his ID number, and he put his phone number down here as well. So Al, if you're watching the video, this is the flyer you have made up for you and your team members. And they put he has made this up to where, you know, the ID number of him or his team members down here. And right here is his name and phone number. He's on Pacific Standard Time, as you see there, so he's on the West Coast. No problem. So what they're doing to get people, you know, when they call this number and have questions, is on the flyer and application is they put their name and phone number on here. So that's allowing them, for people to get their flyer after they listen to this recorded call, guys, to call them with their questions. So it's starting, this is an option that's going to allow them to get their phone ringing off the hook or ringing on their behalf of them and their team members so they can build a relationship on the phone. And like I shared with you guys, this is how my top earner in my other program has done it last year and continues to do so. Okay? It's all about building relationships. If you don't want to do videos, and if you don't know how to do videos, I bet you about 98% of you have a cell phone or a landline phone or a phone. And I don't know anyone in this country that don't have a phone, you know, unless you're homeless or you're broke or you can't afford to pay your phone bill. So the phone is the answer, okay? Videos are the answer. Putting out the flyers in the mail is the answer. And you guys can make a full-time income if you just focus on those 3 things. And let me tell you what, this guy here named Al, who's made up this flyer for him and his team members, he's got a lady that he brought in, and here's her flyer. And her name is Doris. And as you see here with Doris, she's got her name on there, her ID number I crossed off. She's on Eastern Standard Time, as you see there, so I crossed off her phone number. And this woman's making it happen. I'm getting enrollments from her, probably multiple enrollments in one envelope of people coming on her team. She emails me and says, what's my team member's ID number so I can make up a flyer for them? And this woman is making it happen, okay? With this simple flyer that Al made up for her, you know, and she's probably getting it out in the mail for her team members. So, this flyer here is Al putting his wife in, which is cool. I got people doing that. So, you know, you can put your name and phone number on here to get your phone ringing. And then, as I told you guys before, here's the key. Once you get people on the phone and you can't answer their questions or you know, you can say to them, well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. When's a good time for me to get Mike or my team leader or my inviter on the phone to get those questions answered for you? Okay? 3-way calls. That is how you do it. Okay? And once you do that, you schedule a time with me, you call me, you text me, you email me and say, Mike, I got this person. Their name is Joe, Bob, Mary, Sue. And they say that this is a good time tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. or 6 o'clock p.m. because I carry my cell phone everywhere everywhere I go, pretty much, guys. So you schedule a time with me where I can get your prospect that responded to your flyer or the flyer you emailed or the flyer you sent in the mail or whatever you're putting out there or your video. And if they call you from your phone number or them emailing you or whatever you put on that flyer for them to connect with you, and you say, Mike, will this time tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. work for you? And I'm going to say yay, nay. I'm probably going to say yay and say yes. Or will tomorrow at 3 o'clock work for you, or tonight at 6 p.m. or 8 o'clock because they work during the day or they work at night or third shift? And I'm going to say, hey, man, yeah, let's do this. And you're going to get them on the phone. And as that flyer I shared with you before right here tells you, you can learn as you earn for free. You simply get your prospect on here on the phone with me. You know, you learn as you earn. And you sit in the background and you let me answer all their questions. Do you feel me, guys? You let me answer all their questions on the phone and you're just sitting in the background taking notes on how I answer their objections. And you're learning for free. And once you learn the questions that I'm answering for your prospects, you're going to take notes. And when that person asks you that question, again on the next call or the next prospect that inquires about Turbo Paylines, you're going to know how to answer it yourself. So guess what? You're not going to have to call me for a 3-way call because you're going to be tougher than nails because now you know how to overcome objections to the questions that are coming up over and over and over again. That's how you get trained for free on the phone. You sit in the background, you take notes on what I tell people, and you learn as you earn money with this activity, cash flow, and then you teach your team members to do the same. Now you're the leader. Now your team members will call you to 3-way and answer their prospects' questions, and you teach them to listen in the background, get their questions answered, hear what you're saying to people so they know how to do it as well. The 3-way call is powerful. The phone is powerful. Videos are powerful. Now, I know some of you may not know how to do videos or open up a YouTube channel, but I bet you got a phone. And I bet you don't have a problem at all getting on the phone and talking for a half hour to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. And those of you that are afraid of the phone and you pick it up and it feels like a 100-pound weight. Well, let me ask you a question. Is it that hard to pick up the phone and talk to your friends and your family members on the phone and talk for 2-3 hours and jabber about this and that and everything else that's going on in life? Probably not. So see, you can talk on the phone, and everybody does it all the time. So all you got to do, guys, is if you put your phone number and name and phone number on that flyer, don't self-convince and explain or twist their arms. And don't try to do the heavy lifting. That's what the flyer and recorded call is for. There's a good chance they've already listened to the recorded call on the flyer, and now they're calling you to get their questions answered, to see if you're a real person, to see if you're going to pick up the phone. Hello? So the very fact they pick up on the phone and call you should tell you already that they're already interested. You don't have to ask them if they're interested. They picked up the phone and called you, didn't they? That should tell you they're already interested, so you don't have to ask them if they are. And then all you got to do is start a conversation. Hey, Joe. Hey, Bob. Hey, Mary. How you doing? I see you got my flyer. Yep, and I was calling you to see if you are a real person. That might be the only reason they're calling you guys. And you know what? Until you have your own success story of cash flow coming into you guys with Turbo Pay Lines and your own testimony, you know, when they ask you a question, they say, and all you got to really say is, you know what? That's a good question. Let me get my inviter. Let me get my team leader or the monitor of this program on the phone with you to get your questions answered. When's a good time for you? And you always want to ask when is the best time for them, because it's all about them, not what's convenient for you guys. So you make a combination and find a time that's good for you and that person responding. And then you call me, you email me, you text me. You can even Facebook me and say, Mike, I got this guy on the line here, or this woman, and she has these questions. She likes what she heard on the recorded call. When's a good time to get this person on the phone? And I would recommend that you could try to get it to where when you're on the phone with this person, if you can get it scheduled within the next hour of talking to them, and just say, you know what, give me 5 minutes. I'll ask Mike if he's available. And I'll tell you what, I'll either text you back, call you back, email you back. I get notifications of email on my cell phone wherever I am, and I'll let you know if I'm available. And if I'm available within the hour, I'll say, okay, call them up, then three-way me in. Or you can get on the phone with me and say, okay, hold the line, Mike. I'll bring them on, and we'll get their questions answered and get them in. And that's how you do it. If you can do that within the first hour of them calling you, great. I'm going to answer their questions. You're going to sit back, take notes, and listen to what I say and say nothing. I'll do the talking for you. I'll close them, and you'll see how I answer your objections. And you'll see also that I don't even ask them if they want to join. Because the fact that they're calling you from that flyer, they're already interested. They already like what they heard on the recorded call. They're just probably having a few questions before they pull the trigger to see if it's, there's a live person on the end they can get support from. And once I answer all their questions and say, do you have any more questions for me? They say no. I'm going to say, great. Do you got Bob's flyer? And you're Bob. Or if you're Sue, I'm going to say, great, Joe. Do you got Sue's flyer that she emailed you? Obviously, you called from that flyer in the mail, so they must have mailed it to you. Yeah, I got it right here. Great, Bob, Sue, Mary. Fill that flyer out. Pick which level you want to come in at. We do have people at all 4 levels. I recommend you do that if you can. If not, pick levels 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2. Or if you're on a fixed income and a budget, just come in at level 1 for $150. But just do what's comfortable for you, and you can upgrade with your profits. How's that? Will that work for you? Yeah, great. Well, go ahead and send that off. Email me the tracking number. I don't even ask them if they want to join. I answer their questions, I overcome their objections, and I close them and tell them what they do to get in. Send the flyer off, fill it out, put your cash in there, wrap it up, send it off. We're going to show you how to make great money, Bob, Sue, Mary, Joe, with this crowdfunding platform we have to raise contributions for whatever project or venture you want to use it for. Okay, thanks for listening to this video about 3-way calls. Let me utilize the power of 3-way calls to me and your inviter. Okay, it's going to tell them right in here in the welcome letter they get in their kit of why they need to utilize the power of the 3-way call. Okay, so if videos don't work, guys, 3-way calls can make you a ton of money. Let me train you on the phone for free. Okay, if you want to make up a flyer with your, here you go, name and inviter's ID number and phone number at the bottom, great. Get them on the phone with me, guys, until you have your own success story. We'll see you guys on the road to success. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, pass it on. Hope you've liked this call today about Turbo Payline's Millionaire direct mail marketing training on three-way calls. Have a happy Wednesday, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.